in a nutshell, that is what's going on. Example of the when and where. So again, we're having the Asia range. We're having our minor inducement to the upside. Again, adding breakout fishes. That's a minor inducement because it only makes new higher high. It only induces Asia range to all these fishes to getting their buy positions in. Then inducing low to stop immediately out those people. Then making the final inducement in London. And there you can see this little beautiful box in here. That will be London Open. And that's when they're getting in. They're seeing the order books. They're seeing, oh, awesome. 90% of people are buying. What do we do? Thank you for that information. We return the market on them. Is that such a rare thing in the market, you might ask, though? Let's take a look. What do we have? Asia range, building buy side, channeling trade. That is the minor inducement in here, giving the final or first inducement of Asia high here. Whatever the wick is covered in here, I don't even know why. Right, so that's the minor inducement in here. Guess what they're doing? Inducement low first. What do they do still in the process? See the structure point in here, which creates the imbalances after the inducement mitigation. Sound that's familiar already. But guess what after that? There we go. That's the huge run of liquidity. Medium inducement now. London Open, 9 o'clock. Trap is done. What can they do? Obviously, reverse the market on the whole world. What do they have in the process? Now valid break of structure, internal. That's the zones you can look for as your decisional level. That's the extreme. In this case, they did go for the decisional. Sounds easy, and actually is. Let's look at more droplets. So look at this mess again. Crazy. We add Asia range. Out of a sudden, it becomes very clean. Right? We're starting with obviously Asia range in these times. So guess what? We're following normal stuff, what they're doing. Right? So first we're adding some stuff. We can cut out even all this nonsense before here, just to see how actually this makes a lot of sense, even without looking to the left at this current stage. Of course, we need to look to the left, like, of course, a lot in the future, but just to show you how to the left doesn't matter and how we can just isolate the day. So this is literally the day. The day starts in here. For us, we don't really care what's going on to the left at this point, right? We just see the overall intraday play, Asia high, Asia low, double bottom being induced. Perfect. Asia high creating equal highs, false imbalance in here. Guess what? When are we know it's done? Are we done here? Are we done here? We can do one magical thing and just do something like this. We include timing. Look at the bottom in here. What is it time, say? 9 o'clock to the minute. London opens, gets the information, sees 90% of the traders are short. Guess what they do? Say thank you for the information. Tubes them to the freaking minute. Like, are you even kidding me? Probably isn't coincidence, right? Look at another one. So what does Asia do? Huge channeling building, minor inducement, inducement high first to go even lower, building the short trend, London open hits to the minute, gets the information. Thank you guys. Choop. To the freaking minute. Like, what? But anyways, so you might think, well, that is probably a rare thing that usually never happens. So guess what? We take a few days in here. What is going on? Asia range, inducement low. Look at the clock, and this time it was Frankfurt open. Doesn't really matter. Obviously induce the low of Asia. Induces low. Gets the imbalance. That's the inducement. There's your break of structure now. Fills the imbalance. Valid point of interest. Moves higher. Days over. Next day, Asia range gets induced low. Look at the time. London open. Huge buildup. Makes this fault, whatever. Struggling in here. Internal break of structure. There's your imbalance. That's your mitigation after the internal structure in here. Right? So what else? Next day, Asia range induces low, induces high, moves even lower because we never grabbed, guess what, liquidity to the left, right? That's still here, right? So guess what, induces low high first, channels low the whole day. Next day, what's going on? Asia range induces low first, this time in Frankfurt again, moves higher, goes to the next liquidity zone. There you go. Never grab liquidity to the upside though, so now it's obviously getting a pullback. What's the next thing? Liquidity grab lower, Asia range, grab liquidity lower. Look at the timing. London open to the absolute minute. What does it do in the process? Mitigates this area that led to this break of structure in here, creates an imbalance, mitigates to the minute, induces, obviously now can move higher. This is the point that creates imbalances in here, mitigates later on. You're aiming for the next liquidity area, which is above here. Isn't that freaking crazy? What? What? So anyways, but you probably think like, yeah, but that's like from whatever, March or April or whatever. What about September? Like, so that's literally like a few weeks of price action that look through it from left to right over every single day of GU. Like not so uncommon pair. So it's not like an exotic or whatsoever. That's the 50-minute, by the way, because again, just to show you even more days, but you can see the Asia ranges obviously inside here. So what do they do here? Asia range, inducing low. That's the inducement that induces something to the left. Mitigates, first of all, induce Asia low first and London open. Funny. Then, of course, channeling up. Asia range, inducing low, mitigates, days over. Next day, look at that. Asia range is getting induced low, moves price higher. Next day, Asia range induces low to go higher. Next day, Asia range induces low to go higher. Next day, Asia range induces high this time to go lower. Didn't induce nothing much here. Next day, Asia range, London induces high this time just to go lower. Next day, Asia range induces high to go lower. Next day, Asia range to go induce higher to go lower. Next day, Asia range induces high to go lower. Next day, induces low to go higher. Next day, not really induced, almost induces high to go lower. Next day, induces high to go lower. Next day, induces high to go lower. Next day, induces low to go higher. Next day, induces high to go lower. Next day, induces low to go higher. Next day, induces low to go higher. Now induce this highs. Obviously, you can go lower now. Next day, induces high to go lower. Where's the next mitigation areas? In here. What do? Induce low, mitigating to the left for the significant structure with all the imbalances. Obviously, now they don't need to induce low. They did it in here to go higher. Next day, induce high to go lower. Next day, induce high to go lower. Now to go even higher, making the false build up in here, giving the false direction, making this internal inducement, this time in Asia. So they don't need to induce lower, going higher. There you go. Next day, inducing high, going lower. Next day, inducing high to go lower. Of course, what is going on here? Oh, no inducement. That's strange. But why? Because this Asia is already an inducement to go, guess what? Higher, never induced. So that's why they don't need to induce anymore here. Next day, inducing low, go higher. Next day, of course, building equal lows, making this inducement in Asia this time here. Next day, no inducement in here, but on New York this time late. So that's the inducement of this area. Guess what? There's no inducement needed in Asia this time because it's already induced here prior. So next day, inducing high to go lower. Next day, inducing low to go higher. Inducing low to go higher. It's, guys, what in the hell? What in the hell? Like literally, can you see that? That's like 3 weeks in a row. They're doing the same shit over and over again. Like, what in the hell? What? Like midnight swears, right? But guess what? At this point, you should already be like, holy shit. What's going on? Like, what in the hell? So you should slowly but surely awaken out of the stuff and realize how clean it can become.